Hello and thanks for joining us on Close Up from EBC. I'm your host, Betel Ntaye. As usual, we've brought you two items, the first being the recently held Ethio-Egypt Joint Ministerial Commission meeting, and the second about Adama's second wind farm. Stay with us. Recently, the fifth Ethio-Egypt Joint Ministerial Commission meeting has convened for 3 days in Addis Ababa. Ethiopian delegation was headed by Foreign Minister Dr. Tedros Adhanom, while his counterpart Sameh Shoukry led Egypt's delegation. Part and parcel of the high-profile meeting was the signing of a host of agreements to buttress the fraternal relationship of the two nations. Yodita Masu has compiled the following account.
Ethiopia and Egypt enjoy bilateral ties dating back to thousands of years. For sure, the River Nile is the principal cause for the age-long bond. In recent times, the robust relationship of the two nations has been lifted up through economic ties. The annual trade and investment volume of the two countries has so far reached close to $250 million.
I strongly believe we can more than double this value within a couple of years. In fact, I personally have a specific aim to reach $500 million as the value of annual exchanges of goods between Egypt and Ethiopia.
Recently, the fifth Ethio-Egypt Joint Ministerial Commission meeting has convened for 3 days in Addis Ababa. The Ethiopian delegation was headed by Foreign Minister Dr. Tedros Adhanom, while his counterpart Sameh Shoukry led Egypt's delegation. Part and parcel of the high-profile meeting was the signing of a host of agreements to better the fraternal relationship of the two nations. With the determination to step up their partnership to a higher degree, the two parties have signed cooperative agreements mainly in education, technical and vocational education, and training and trade, and memorandum of understanding in health, women affairs, and diplomatic trainings.
On the basis of recognition of non-damage to Egypt's water resources, and on the recognition of Egypt to Ethiopia's need for development, and on the principle of win-win. And win-win necessitates that we explore all avenues of that are mutual benefit that can help and enhance our economic prosperity, and that certainly all of the issues that can contribute to this, whether it's in the field of enhancing our commercial cooperation, or in the field of power generation, or any other area where related to the dam or to development activity in general, will be explored in the context of the importance that we attach to enhancing our bilateral relations with Ethiopia, and at the same time in the application of the win-win formula.
Especially after the inauguration of His Excellency the President Al-Sisi, there is good progress and engagement at all levels, and things are moving forward.
The business forum, comprised of over 100 renowned business persons from both sides, is believed to augment the trade and investment volume in both countries.
This relation, business to business, between the Egyptian companies and the Ethiopian companies is a very special relation, and it's also the historical relation since the ancient time. We are keen to keep pushing this relation and keep supporting this relation between Egyptian companies and Ethiopian companies to bring it to a higher level and a satisfactory level to more what it is right now. Also, we're looking at the information technology and ICT. Is a lot of potentials, and it's not only by our choice, but also is a priority of the Ethiopian market, and this is definitely 100% suits the capability of the Egyptian market to invest in Ethiopia.
There's a great interest from Egyptian investors to come and invest in Ethiopia, and this is why we've addressed the Ethiopian government a request to be allocated an industrial zone for Egyptian investments, and hopefully we hope the Ethiopian government will respond positively to our request. A lot of Egyptian investors in many sectors are interested to come and invest. In pharmaceuticals, for instance, one of the main pharmaceutical producers in Egypt is starting digging and building a new factory after having obtained all the licenses and obtained the land needed to build the factory. There are other projects in the engineering sector, in the agro industries. I'm very confident that the flow of Egyptian investments into the Ethiopian markets will substantially increase during the coming months.
Regarding implementation of previously signed agreements, Minister Tedros said, though there are some progress, stepping up efforts is needed to reach yet another level of mutual cooperation.
Based on our previous agreements, the trade volume it's on the increase, but not enough. So it's compared to what it should be. Otherwise, there is good progress, especially in the trade and investment, but we're saying it's not enough. There are, from some sectors, by the way, there is very good progress in the health area, and there are progress in other areas also. But by and large, it's a bit slow. And one thing that we have identified as a reason for this is the follow-up mechanism. Lack of engagement to follow up on this signed agreement in between the joint ministerial commission. So what we have agreed is from now on, instead of waiting until the next to ask where is what, to have a mechanism to follow up on regular basis to track the implementation of the various signed agreements.
We are truly satisfied with the outcome of this joint session and the agreements that have been signed, and we are looking forward to continue to enhance our very strong and historic relationship, and that both our peoples, the Ethiopian and Egyptian people, will continue to extract the benefit and feel the importance of this relationship.
We have put in place an appropriate institutional framework to encourage investment. We offer exemption from customs duty, income tax, and other duties, as well as remittance of capital and additional incentives. I would like to encourage you to explore fully the very real opportunities we have created in Ethiopia for investment and trade to enhance our relations and expand people-to-people ties.
Let me recall here the really very wise words of the great late leader Ethio-Egypt. He always said we have to swim together and we have to prosper together. And also, let me also recall the wise words of His Excellency Ethio Mariam Desalegn, His Excellency Prime Minister, when he said we should deal with these two countries as one country and as one people. And really, I think this is very wise. And now with this meeting, we are trying to move on this path to really deal as one Ethio-Egyptian family, having common interests, having common history, having common destiny, and trying to work together in all fields in order to achieve common benefit and win-win for both countries and both people.
Both sides have expressed satisfaction over the outcome of the meeting and have scheduled the 6th Joint Ministerial Commission meeting to take place in Egypt in 2016.